Guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are staying safe. So, guys, I want to address an issue that I saw a couple of days ago, which I found. Yeah, guys, before I get into it, smash that like button. I really appreciate you guys smashing the like button. Make sure to give the like button a smash. Get those likes up. It helps the algorithm, as you guys know, all that good stuff. But let's get into this video. Tim Bradley said that he wants to see Oscar Valdez get knocked out. I was like, wow, listen, I understand. To me, Tim Bradley is a very emotional commentator. He's a very, very, very emotional guy. And I can understand that he feels upset that, that he feels someone's failed a drug test. He said, you failed a drug test. He goes, I'm a big Oscar Valdez fan, but you failed a drugs test. That's unforgivable. That's what Bradley was saying. And then he said, I hope he gets knocked out. And even like even the guys that were, on the show with him were like flabbergasted by what he said. Like, to say that live on air, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Imagine saying, I hope, like, when you're live on air on ESPN and you just say, like, I hope he gets knocked out. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Crazy stuff. Bradley's always been that. He's been a bit colorful, a bit he's a colorful character in the sense that, he says what he thinks. Does he push the line? Like, for me, that, I don't know what you guys make of that. That's crazy, man. Imagine saying, I hope somebody gets knocked out. Especially when you don't know the full ins and outs. Just the fact that he failed. I think it's got to the point where so many people are failing, where even if someone fails legitimately, which we don't know in this case, we just don't know. It's like, you're lying. You know what I mean? You're lying. You failed and we've got you again, and it's you're up to no good. And I feel like Bradley felt that way. But I've always, to be honest, like with Bradley, I think he was a good fighter. Don't get me wrong. As you guys know, that I was an Amir Khan fan, and I always felt like I always found it difficult to like Bradley because I felt like he ducked Khan when Khan was when they both were unified champions and it was a chance for an undisputed fight. And when I think back at it, I think Khan would have beaten Bradley, and I felt like that would have been so. I feel like stylistically that fight would have favored Khan, and I think that's why Bradley didn't take the fight and he decided to take the fight with Pacquiao, because I think he felt that was a bigger payday for him. And that's why he didn't take the Khan fight, because I think he realized that the Khan fight was risky. And the Manny Pacquiao fight was obviously a bigger legacy fight and a much bigger money fight, which makes business sense. But I think that when you've got another unified champion and he wants to fight you and there's a unification fight like that, I just think the sport needs fights like that. We would have had an undisputed champion because both them guys were unified champions. So that doesn't sit down well with me, because I know Bradley was the one that ducked that. And I know he was the one that didn't really fancy that fight at the time. It was quite clear. So I've always held that against Bradley, that he never fought Khan, because that would have been a great fight. And that they were at the time the two best in the division before Bradley moved up. And then Amir eventually, after getting beat by Garcia, moved up, but I felt like at that time, I felt that was the time to make that fight, and Bradley didn't want it. And then, Bradley, went on to have a good career, solid career. But I think that was a legacy fight for Bradley. That would have been a big fight for his career. But I don't think he was confident he'd win. And that's why I don't think he took that fight. And I think anyone that ducks somebody are generally not confident they'd win. You could say the same with Khan and Brook. He wasn't confident of beating Brook. Even Mayweather and Khan, you could say that, Mayweather wasn't interested. But anyway, we're going slightly off topic. Yeah, I found it kind of, I kind of found Bradley a little brutal there, just saying that he hopes he gets knocked out. But I think that's down to the frustration, and the problem is there's people failing drugs tests and nothing's being done. And I think some people are getting where's this sport heading to? And the worst thing is obviously the fights going ahead. Like I said, I don't really want to speculate because I don't know the ins and outs. But Tim Bradley, he's not having any of it. And he actually said that he was a Valdez fan. Now, I don't know whether you've heard him speak about Valdez before. Was he a big fan? I don't know. Probably was. You know, Valdez has a great style, and he goes after he knocked out Miguel Berchelt, he became a big fan of Valdez. Because that you know, Valdez was the underdog going into that Berchelt fight, and you know, he managed to pull it off. So fair play to him. You know, fair play to him. But then obviously this kind of taints your legacy a little bit. You know, same with, you know, there's the asterisk over your name, isn't there? Once you fail a test. So yeah, you know, what can you really say about this matter? You can't really say much because we don't really know. You know, it may have been a genuine mistake. These things, you know, like I said, if he took a drink over the counter, he had a drink and something was in, like, anything, or he had some food contaminated, you know, anything, you know, it's one of those things, man. It's one of those things. But I'm a bit, you know, I was quite surprised that Bradley said what he said. Normally guys come across a lot more professional than that. They don't just come out and say, you know, that openly, that I hope he gets knocked out. That's just, you know, that's cold, man. That's cold, you know, to say something like that, you know. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I hope he gets knocked out. Crazy stuff. But yeah, leave your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. What do you make of Bradley's comments? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, guys. And guys, remember to please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.